Now let's head towards ascertaining the cash flow from the investing and financing activity. Okay. So what were the investing activity? When you purchase, sell the fixed asset, invest in long-term investment, when you earn the interest and when you earn the dividend on the shares in which you have invested the money. What were the financing activity? When you issue the shares, when you take bank loan, when you repay the bank loan, and you're not just repaying the EMIs or principal, but you also have to pay the interest. And if you have issued the shares, you have to pay something called dividend on it. Let's ascertain while preparing the format for same. So detailed item of inflow and outflow we have already understood. What do we do in case of format things? Okay, so all the major item of gross receipt, that is cash receipts, gross cash payments, receipts is your inflows, right? And payments are my outflows. We have to take net of it. What does net means? It is inflow minus your outflow. I'll give you a simple example. If my cash inflows from operating activity, investing activity, or in our case it's say financing activity is 1 lakh, and outflow is like I have repaid some interest or debenture money 50,000. What is my net cash inflow or outflow or net cash flow? 50,000 positive, right? 50,000 positive. Reverse, if I say cash outflow, I have made repayments. Okay, I have made repayments worth 1 lakh, and I have issued the shares in the market, say 50,000, of which there is an inflow of 50,000. So this outflows are negative and inflows are positive. If we add both of this, I get 50,000 as negative cash outflows. Okay, so net cash outflow means what? Cash inflow plus or minus cash outflow. Okay, from investing activity and financing activity, and you have to show them separated. I can't just take all the investing activity inflows and financing activity inflows together and deduct cash outflows from investing and financing activity and then put the total. I want to know cash inflow outflow, that is net cash flows from investing activity and net cash flows from the financing activity separately. Okay, it has to be shown separately under heading cash flow from investing activity and cash flow from the financing activity respectively. Since the way we prepare the format for financing and investing activity is similar, so we have merged it for ascertaining the cash flows. But for preparation in form of format, you have to show them separately. Okay, let's check the format. So if we check the format, that is cash flow from the investing activity, what are the cash inflows are to be added and whatever is my cash outflows are to be deducted. What I told, what are the cash inflows from the investing activity? It is sale of fixed asset and any income you earn out of the investments, that is your interest if it is giving loans to someone, and dividend if we invest in shares of any company. What are the cash outflows? I said it is purchase of fixed asset or if I am investing in shares of any other enterprises. So if it is an outflow, you have to deduct it. If it is an inflow, you have to add it. Simple. Same way for financing activity, what will be my cash inflows and outflows from the financing activity? Let's check. Whatever is my inflow, I will add it. Whatever is my outflow, I will deduct it. What are the cash inflows which we have understood in the financing activity? Issue of shares, taking loan from the bank, right? So issue of shares or debentures, shares can be equity shares, preference shares. Loan borrowed, the loan which you take from the bank. Okay, these are two of the cash inflows from the financing activity. What are the cash outflows? It is whenever you take loan, you have to repay it, right? Same way, whenever you take debentures, you have to repay the debenture holders back. So redemption synonyms is repayment. Okay, in accounting terms it is said redemption. For your understanding purpose you can say it is a repayment. And debentures, shares. So which kind of redemption of shares? It is not your equity shares. Equity shares are never redeemed. It is talking about your which shares? Preference shares only. Understand? Equity shareholders are never repaid. They are the last person and they are paid out their capital amount at the time of winding up of the company. So never get confused in thinking that redemption of shares, how can it happen? It can be happen only in case of preference shareholders. Okay, then loan repayment. Obviously when you take loan from the bank you have to pay it someday. Let it be for 30 years, 40 years, you have to repay it. And again, will the bank give you loan, just loan? Will it not charge anything? Will it give it to you for free? No, it will charge interest. So you have to pay the interest. Understand, if it is interest received it is your investing activity, but if it is interest paid it is your financing activity. Again, if it is dividend received it is through investment in shares of other enterprises, but if it is dividend paid, when you will pay the dividend? When you issue the shares in the market of your own company. Okay, so if it is dividend paid it is your cash outflow from the financing activity, and then you take the net of inflows and outflows, you get net cash flows from the financing activity. Okay, what is the next step? You got to know how to ascertain operating activity, you got to know how to ascertain your investing activity. Third, we got to know how to ascertain our net cash flow from financing activity. We will be adding all the three. Okay, we will be adding three: operating, investing, financing, and then to that amount I will add what is my opening cash and cash equivalent. What is my cash and cash equivalent? They are my cash balances, right? Bank balances and something called current investment, also can be said as short term investment, and securities with the securities which are marketable. Marketable securities means which can be sold in the market very easily. Once you add that, you finally get the balance as cash at the closing. Okay, what is your cash and cash equivalent at the end of the financial year, and your cash flow statement gets tallied. If your cash flow statement is not getting tallied, means there is some missing element, or you might have done some calculation mistake, or in case of outflow and inflow it happens most of the time that we fail to take it negative. Okay, we end up adding things, so avoid that mistake specifically.